Welcome on in to another edition of The Edge presented by GodfatherLocks.com. I am your host, Sean Brace, joined as always as my right-hand man right here, Mr. Godfather Locks himself. GF, how we doing?
We're doing great, man. We got college football this Saturday, baby.
That's
Saturday,
right.
yes.
That's right. Time is finally here. Yep. We're talking about football and football that matters. Mm-hmm. No more preseason, no more spring games, nothing. We're talking about regular season NCAA football week 1, and it kicks off this weekend with a ton of matchups. But before we get to that, GF,
yes,
I want to start with this. Every single year, it feels good for myself and my friends to go out there and just put our hands over our eyes and say, give me that home team -6. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing that this year. I'm rolling with GodfatherLocks.com right from Jump Street. Smart move. Obviously, you're going to tell me that, but please back it up with some numbers.
Well, no, if you want to go on your own, Sean, and come back to me in a couple weeks, we could do that. But we've learned that lesson not to do that. I'll tell you why to start me right away. It's because Vegas doesn't know more than what we know right now. I look at these games, I follow the spring training, I look at all the reviews, I look at the line, and I know more about these teams than the guys who make the lines. I really feel that. We've gotten off to a hot start every year we've had this website in college football, NFL, basketball. The first 2 weeks is where we make our money. It's unbelievable. Go back into history, everything's documented. Look at the leagues. This is where we make money because I know just as much as they do, Sean. We have the upper leg. We have that inside trend, inside track on what to do Saturday. So hey, you play how you please. But I suggest starting out fresh and building the whole season, making money.
And let's not forget about that magnificent bowl run you went to close out the season. 19-9 bowl run, $100 better, made over $5,000 to close out last season of NCAA football. And you're going to tell us it's just going to pick up right where it left off.
Yeah, right where it left off. And Sean, if you remember, the way we started and the way we ended. Now, the middle, we could have done a little bit better. I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm going to tell you the truth. But the ending was just phenomenal. We were so locked in to all the bowl games. The Music City Bowl with Notre Dame and LSU. The championship round with Oregon over Florida State was my biggest play last year in that Rose Bowl game because we knew all about those teams. But I'll tell you right now, I'm telling you, I know a lot about these teams already. There's players you don't know that I know that I'll tell you who's going to make an impact Saturday. So this is where it's at right now. We made money in college football and the MLB are my 2 strongest leagues in the last 3 seasons. Start fresh with me Saturday.
Every play is documented at GodfatherLocks.com. Any questions, comments, or concerns, please email GodfatherLocks@gmail.com. Now we're going to get to packages for the beginning customers and new customers may want to start out with week 1 NCAA football. That's happening this weekend. But before we do all that, let's talk about a couple marquee matchups that are happening Saturday. And we kick things off with Penn State and Temple. That starts at 3:30, and I believe Penn State is a 6.5-point favorite.
Yeah, and that's an interesting line, Sean. If you ask a team that has won 39 out of 43 contests against each other, Temple's only won 3 games, and it feels like I wasn't even born the last time they were even close. But if you remember, last year, the game was 6-3 halfway through the 3rd quarter. And then it led to a Penn State runaway in the 4th. These teams have never been closer, Sean. Now, a 6.5-point line is exactly where I would put it. If it was any less, I would scream Temple. I think it's perfect. The key to this matchup is can Temple slow down Penn State's run game? That is going to be huge. It's 254 yards and 2 touchdowns last year for Penn State against Temple. I know exactly where to go to this game. I'm obviously not going to tip you guys off, but this one is my play of the day. I cannot stress it enough. It's not going to change from now till tomorrow. It is the play of the weekend. Keep it that way. If you want it, just check us out.
Kicks off at 3:30.
Yes.
So let's move on down the docket. And we start at 7 o'clock. That's right, a little night game, and I love this.
Yes.
A little SEC Pac-12 battle. Mm-hmm. Arizona State and Texas A&M. Texas A&M, a -3.point favorite.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. That's funny you say that. That's an unranked team who's a 3-point favorite. Now, I love Arizona State, and you know me very well, Sean. I track the Pac-12 pretty much better than any league in college football. A&M has a new defensive coordinator. Now, the first thing that comes to mind when you think A&M, you think their defense stinks. It does. It's one of the worst in the country, worse than the SEC. They got John Chavis. The name might ring a bell. He is a beast as a D coordinator. Is it enough to stop Arizona State's offense? I don't think so. Expect shootout. I don't bet over-unders, but if I were, an over in this game might be a play to take a shot at. But I go for the line. Again, another strong play. My second favorite pick of the day falls in this game. We'll have that for you on Saturday as well.
Moving on, 7:30 kick. That's right, Texas and Notre Dame, and everybody loves Notre Dame.
Not me. Here's the thing. I mean, for the season. Now, this 10-point line is pretty big, Sean, but I'm not a fan of Malik Zaire, the quarterback. Yes, did we have him in the Music City Bowl against LSU? I was on a plane from Oregon back home watching that game on my iPad, and I knew I nailed that game because nobody knew about the kid. Now, a team like Texas, who Look, Charlie Strong's got to get something going there in Texas. This has to start rolling. Do I think the 10 is perfect? I do. I don't know where I'm leaning as far as that. That's just a marquee matchup. I wanted to talk about that. I do like Jonathan Gray, running back from Texas. That is a weird line. Let that marinate a little bit for tomorrow, and we'll break that down as well at GodfatherLocks.com.
And finally, the fourth matchup.
Yes.
From Saturday's opening weekend of NCAA football. It doesn't get any better to say that. Wisconsin and Alabama. I have Alabama listed as a 10.5-point favorite.
Yeah.
Is this Mr. Saban against the world again this year?
It could be, Sean. Preferably, I think TCU is above the rest in Ohio State. But Alabama's right there, as it is every year. Who's playing quarterback, Sean? I still don't know. It could be Jacob Coker. But this is a run game. So I mentioned the over in the last 2 games ago with Arizona State, Texas A&M. This is a good underplay. Now, I don't bet over-under, so these aren't freebies or anything like that, but I'm just looking at matchups. Run, all game in this matchup. That 10.5, perfectly placed for one side. I will not reveal that side, as we mentioned. This is just breaking it down. This game comes down to what quarterback makes those throws when it counts. 10.5 points is perfect.
Again, we just listed 4 games for you right there. Didn't give you a winner. Tells you exactly how he feels, though. You got to believe. And if you're a new customer out there and you want to get on board at GodfatherLocks.com, there's one plan that's perfect for you. It's the 3-day weekend plan where not only you get the NCAA plays that are listed all day Saturday, but you get every play from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So get this, when NFL kicks in next week, you get every one of those plays as well on Sunday. It's the perfect plan for all new GodfatherLocks.com customers. And tell them about the loyalty plan, please.
Yeah, it's what it is, Sean, because you're right. You get the whole weekend. And now this weekend will be winning weekend 9 in a row. 9 straight, 8 straight in baseball. It's remarkable. Also, preseason, I'm on a 7-2 run in the NFL, but that's behind us now. Looking forward, you got college football Friday night, college football Saturday, NFL Sunday. You can't beat it. And then you get your Monday night play. So if we're not making money over the weekend, you'll get those next 3 days free. It's the best value package we have on the website because you're getting most bang for your buck. And it's pretty simple. A college football Saturday, Sean, 9 a.m., you wake up, you break down these lines. I have never posted a pick that I have not been confident in. Never. Especially on a Saturday. I'll be texting you all day. I'll be texting 50 million people out there. Whoever wants to listen. I'm confident in my plays.
Year 6.
Yeah, yes.
Year 6 of texting all day.
Here's the thing. I'm not perfect. If I sell you on perfect, Sean, I'd be a liar. I'm not perfect. There are days I go off. There are days I'm bad. It happens. But for the most part, the proof's in the numbers, Sean. The proof is in the numbers. We make money at all leagues. College football is my second best league, second to baseball. But most of our followers bet football. So if it's my best league, bet it. It's simple as that. Just try me out for a week and bet it. I can't stress it enough. Just give it a try.
Once again, every play documented at GodfatherLocks.com, and the #1 in customer service across the board as far as handicappers in the country, GodfatherLocks@gmail.com. You got a question, a comment, concern, just reach out. We're there to help. Again, new customers, the perfect plan for you is the 3-day weekend package. You get every single play from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's MLB, NCAA, and NFL, which kicks off next weekend. Can't wait for this. For GodfatherLocks.com, I'm Sean Brace. We'll see you next week.